Thornton Stingers as well. Hello to our Thornton parent community. Just want to take an opportunity to welcome all of our Stingers back. We're very excited to see you in a couple days. As well, I want to take the opportunity to introduce myself. So my name is Ian Pattison, and I'm very proud and very excited to be the principal here at Storrington. With school beginning in just a couple days, we thought it would be a great opportunity for us to take a video to show students what the procedures are. And so procedures around entry onto the school in the morning, as well as entry off the school grounds at dismissal, what recess will look like, as well what the hallways, what the expectations for the hallways will look like. So here's our video. Thank you. Any students who arrive to school in a bus, when you get off the bus, we're going to ask that you stay close to the building. And so you're going to walk around the building, staying on the right-hand side. As you walk around the building, you will see that there are classroom zones that are set up. So depending on whose classroom you are in, once you get to your classroom zone, you will then go into that zone and physically distance yourself. So the classroom zones are. Is for any students who are in Mr. Freeland's grade 7A class. So if you're in Mr. Freeland's class, you're going to come into your classroom zone. All the classroom zones are marked with spray paint. If we continue around the building, the next classroom zone are for grades 6, 7 in Mr. Perry's class. And then we have students in grade 4 or 5 in Miss Roberts' class. Any students in Miss Gifford's 3 or 4 class, this will be your classroom zone. So as we make our way to our classroom zones, it's important to stay on the right-hand side so that we're physically distancing from any students who are coming the opposite way. The other side of the portable, we have our students in grade 2 and 3 in Mrs. Bolthouse's class. Again, we're going to stay on the right-hand side as we make our way . We have our students in grade 1 and 2, Mrs. Kunke's class. This is their classroom zone. Over here we have our students in grade 1, 2, Mrs. Coleman's class. As well as our kindergarten students in Mrs. Flanagan's class. And finally, we have our other kindergarten students in Ms. Freeland and Ms. Griffin's class. So we talked about students who arrive on bus. We know that there are going to be some students who are dropped off. So in the morning, parents, when you drop off your child, we ask that you drop them off in this area here. And any students who are dropped off, they are going to make their way onto the yard through this entrance right here. Okay, and similar, as they make their way around the school, we ask that all students who make their way around stay on the right-hand side going around the building this way, please. For parents who are driving their children to school, just a reminder, the school starts at 9:05, and we do ask that you drop off your child as close to 9:05 as possible to try to alleviate some of the congestion. All right, so we went over the morning routines, and now we're going to talk about dismissal and the dismissal routines. So at the end of the day, classes are going to make their way to their classroom zone. Once all the classes are in their classroom zone, a staff member is going to walk by each of the classes holding up the bus sign. As they walk by, students who are on that bus will get in line, physically distancing, and will make their way along the side of the building to the north side of the building, where students will get in line as they wait to get on the bus. Once all students who are on the bus are in their bus lines and we start to get them on the bus, we will then allow parents onto the yard to pick up their children. We do ask that parents enter through the south entrance, and again, following the arrows, staying on the right-hand side, making your way around the school, Once you get to your child's classroom, you will let the teacher know who you're there for, and you're going to continue, once you have your child, around to the north side of the building, and you're going to exit through the north side, coming down the front of the school to your car. So I know many students have questions about recess and what recess is going to look like. So on our yard, we've actually divided our yard up into 5 play zones. So classes will have the opportunity to play in one of those play zones at recess. So our play zone number 1 is all of this area over here, including the playgrounds. So any students who are in play zone number 1 will access this space here. Play zone 2 is from the pylons all the way over to the red pylons. And so students who are in play zone 2, you'll have this entire space to play in. Play zone 3 starts with the red pylons here, and again we're going to make our way across, and you have the playground as well as the baseball diamond, and play zone 3 will end up where the yellow pylons are. And then students who will be accessing play zone 4, you have from the yellow pylons all the way over to the fence. For any students accessing play zone 5, you will have from the fence all the way to the soccer post and as wide as the field. After recess, when the bell rings, it is important that students, when they hear the bell ring and it's time for them to go inside, they go to their classroom zone, physically distancing, to be met by a staff member. All right, so we've talked about morning routines, we've talked about dismissal routines, and we've talked about recess. Now we're going to talk about what happens when we come into the building. So just a reminder, when we come into the building, we need to wear our mask. So I'm going to put it on. And for any students who are on the first floor, you're going to come in through the south doors, so the main entrance. And when you come in, you're going to make your way down the hallway. And you will see that the hallway is divided in half. And so as you make your way down this way of the hallway, you're going to stay on the right-hand side so that we're physically distancing from any students coming down the opposite end of the hallway. There are signs on the floor showing us where to walk, so make sure that we follow them. You'll also notice that there are occupancy signs posted at each of the washroom doors, and so this means that there's only allowed 2 students in the washroom at a time. For any students who need to use the washroom, and there's already 2 students in there, we are going to ask that you stand on the stickers, on the physically distant stickers that are on the floor, and wait until you're able to access the washroom. Again, for any students who want a drink of water, we are asking that all students bring a water bottle, as you can only use the filling station of our water fountain. Again, when there is a student here and there's a student lined up, they stand on the physically distancing sticker, waiting for the student to leave before they get a drink. For any students who are in a classroom that's upstairs, you're going to come in the north doors and you're going to make your way up the stairs. As you make your way to your classroom, again, you're going to stay on the right-hand side of the hallway, following the direction and the arrows on the floor. So we've had an opportunity to show you some of the changes of the routines for this upcoming school year. We know it's a lot of information. We know that change sometimes is hard. But we also know that we are Stinger strong, and we are truly better together. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing all of our Stingers this week.